Fox and friends, we're glad to have you with us today. We are celebrating Veterans Day weekend, as is the federal government. Joe Biden, yesterday, in a ceremony celebrating Veterans Day, had a bit of a rough outing. The New York Post has it, Saving Private Biden. He got a little lost during the ceremony, wasn't quite sure where he was supposed to stand until he was instructed there. He got a little help from the honor guard. It was, as you see on your screen, less than inspiring. Less than leadership, and it's something, unfortunately, that it's become all too common for America.
You ever seen Donald Trump make fun of this when he does it, when he's at his rallies? He'll say, or even giving a speech. I remember he was giving a speech somewhere, and he goes, "You know what?
I wish they would have played the whole thing."
I'm standing here on this podium, and there's only one way to get off. You know, I go that way. And so he's sort of making fun of, like, if you could see the video, he walks back and forth, and then that very nice soldier points him in the right direction. But it's really obvious. You just stand right back next to Kamala Harris, who was right behind you. So clearly another sign. And again, this makes people nervous because we're in a space right now, at a moment in time.
Well, we know Obama's running the show.
Really dangerous. That with somebody like him in charge, we could slow walk into a third world war with everything that's going on, and that's what Trump is saying right here. He was at an event. Listen.
I stand before you today as the only candidate in either party who can make this promise. I will prevent, 100% prevent, World War III. You're going to end up in World War III. You look at what's going on right now in the Middle East and Ukraine, and you add it up, and we have somebody that has no clue what the hell is going on. So whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, or independent, if you don't want your sons and daughters drafted to fight and die in distant foreign lands, if you don't want your nation wrecked, if you don't want your economy destroyed, if you don't want American blood and American treasure squandered,
Your city's bombed.
Global war, you have to put people that know what to do. And if you want to get back to where we have to go, you have to vote for a gentleman named Donald J. Trump.
So what you call that? That is the populist message of Donald Trump. This idea that no matter what those political persuasions that are, or even convictions that pull at you, guns, abortion, whatever those are, something.
This is
your sons
the issue.
And daughters to die in a war. That is a populist message. No matter what your convictions are in these other areas, that might become something incredibly important to you and make you vote for a candidate that sits outside your political spectrum. Unfortunately, he is also polarizing in his own way, like Phil was talking about earlier. So I don't know if that appeals to a big group of people, but that is a message that no one else is using. That's a message that matters. It's easy, and you were talking about how Trump kind of makes fun of Biden. We all do at different times. What Biden did at that ceremony, for me, just goes beyond getting lost on stage. It's an inability to carry out the duties of commander-in-chief, and that bothers me so much. I don't mean to, I'm not gaslighting it here. I'm being completely genuine. If you can't do a basic ceremony to honor the people you might send to war, how can I have any faith in you to have the discernment and wisdom and decision-making skills to send them to war that they can win or in a strategic way? It bothers me immensely.
Yeah, I mean, that used to be you asked, you know, is that that populist message? It used to be a fight, you know, that there was a lot of liberals who, you know, were part of the peace movement. Not so much anymore. You saw them come out.
My wife's vacuuming. I gotta end this.
Israel, but I didn't see any of those people coming out anti-war when it